Hello kids. So in last class we studied about the compensation method for addition and subtraction, and I hope you have done and practiced the exercise which we have done in the last class. Now in today's class we are going to learn the concept of profit and loss. Okay, so before we go to profit and loss, we should know some keywords around that. Okay, so let us go through that. The first one is a cost price. So kids, what is a cost price? It is the price at which we purchase or buy a thing, and it is denoted by CP. CP means cost price. Okay, so I'm giving you one example here. I'm giving you one example here. Example, I purchased a bat. Okay, I purchased a bat, and the cost of bat is, when I went to the shop and I asked the shopkeeper that what is the cost of this bat, he told me that the cost of this bat is 700 rupees. Okay, so here the cost of the bat, the money which I'm going to give to the shopkeeper to purchase or buy a thing, that is the cost of that thing, and it is denoted by CP. We call it as cost price. Okay, the price at which we purchase anything, we buy anything, that is called as the cost price. Okay, the next one we have here is a selling price. Now what is selling price? Is the price at which we sell anything. Now I purchased this bat at 700. So let's say tomorrow I think that okay, I don't want this bat, so let me just sell it off. And I thought, okay, let me sell this bat at rupees 750. So what I am doing here is that I purchased the bat at 700, but I want to sell it at a higher price. I want to sell it at 750. So the price at which we sell any product, we sell anything, that is called as the selling price, and we denote it with SP. Okay, so SP is the selling price of the bat here, which is 750. I'm taking another example. This is example 1. This is example 2. Supposedly, I purchased a book. I purchased a book, and the cost price of the book is rupees 1200. I purchased a book at the cost of rupees 1200. Okay, so because I purchased it, I buy that book, so that is called as the cost price of the book at which I purchased it, rupees 1200 in this case. Now tomorrow I felt like, okay, I read that book. I read that book in 2-3 days, and after 2-3 days I realized, okay, let me sell this book, and I sold that book at rupees 800. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I purchased it at higher price 1200, but I'm selling it at a lower price, that is 800 rupees. So my selling price of the book will be 800 here. So CP is the cost price at which we buy anything, at which I bought this book at rupees 1200, and SP is the selling price, the price at which I have sold this book. Okay, and this is rupees 800 in this case. So this is the cost price and selling price concept. Now we have to learn about profit and loss. So profit is what? Profit is, you call it as gain. Profit is called as gain, gain of money in this case, because we are dealing with in rupees, so we are talking about money. So profit is gain in rupees in the previous two examples. Okay, and what is loss? Loss is the, when I'm losing money. So I can say loss is loss only. So it is gain and loss in rupees in the previous two examples. Okay, so let us go through these two examples and identify whether we had profit or loss in each case. So if I go to the first example where we purchase the bat at 700 and we are selling it at 750. So my selling price in this case is 750 and cost price in this case is 700. This we saw, right? So 750 is greater than 700. Here 750 is greater than 700. That is, my selling price is greater than cost price. That means I am making profit here. I purchased the thing at 700, I'm selling it at 750. So I am selling it at a higher price. My selling price is greater than cost price. Means I am making a profit. I am gaining money. So it's a profit scenario. And how much profit I am making here? I am making the profit of 750 minus 700. The price at which I sold the thing and the price at which I bought the thing. That is SP minus CP. It will give us the gain or loss. So in this case, my profit will be rupees 50. So rupees 50 is my profit in the first scenario. Okay. So again, I'm telling you that SP is the price at which we buy this bat, 750 cost price. Sorry, selling price is the price at which I'm selling it. I'm selling it at 750. I bought it at 700. Okay. So I am selling it at a higher price. The price at which I am selling it here is at 750 and we can calculate it the profit using the difference between the selling price and the cost price, which is 750 minus 700 and this is rupees 50 in this case. So this is the profit we are making here. Now coming to example 2. In example 2, we have the cost price of 1200 and a selling price of 800. So in this case, my selling price is less than cost price because my selling price is 800 and 800 is less than 1200. Means I bought it at a higher price but I'm selling it at a lower price. That means I'm losing money, right? So the difference of SP and CP will give us the loss in this case because selling price is less. So this is 800 minus 1200 which is nearly 400. So our loss is rupees 400 in this case. Okay, because we are selling at a lower price than the cost price. So this is the concept of selling price, cost price, the profit and the loss. Now kids, we have a simple formula which we should always keep in our mind to calculate it, and that is what we have to do is we have to see if SP is greater than CP. If SP is greater than CP, then find the difference. The difference between SP minus CP, this difference will give us gain or profit. This is profit. So if SP is greater than CP, we will get a profit. And if SP is less than CP, then this difference will give us a loss. So we have to calculate that how much loss we have got. So that is selling price minus the cost price. This will give us the loss here. Okay. So using this, we can see if selling price is greater, means we are selling at a higher price, means we are making profit. So finding the difference between two will give us how much profit we are making. Similarly, if SP selling price, it is less than the cost price, that means we are selling at a lower price. And the difference between the two is the amount of money we lost. That is called as loss. Okay, so these two are the main things which we should always keep in our mind. Okay, now let us go through the textbook part. So they have explained about the profit and loss here. So for profit, the example given here is that chicken curry is a delicate embroidery work on fine cloth done in Uttar Pradesh. It costs Preeti, so this is the lady Preeti, 363 to make this chicken curry cushion. So this lady, she is making a cushion, and to make that cushion is costing her rupees 363, and then she will sell it for rupees 450, and now she is selling it at rupees 450. So kids, the cost 363 which Preeti is spending on making this cushion is the cost price of the cushion here. Okay, and then she is selling it for rupees 450. After she made this cushion, she has now decided to sell it off for 450. So rupees 450 is nothing but the selling price of the cushion. So we can also see here that rupees 363 is the cost price of the cushion and rupees 450 is the selling price of the cushion cover. Okay. And now when we have to see that if we are making a profit and loss, so we can see here that the selling price is rupees 450 and the cost price is 363. So clearly the selling price is greater. That means we are selling it at a higher price and we are making a profit. Okay. So from this statement only we can figure out that we are making profit because the selling price is greater. But now we have to calculate the amount of profit, that how much profit we are getting. So that can be done by subtracting these two. Finding out the difference between the two prices will give us the profit or loss. And in this case, it will be a profit. Okay. So the same thing has been done here. We have subtracted the cost price from the selling price and we have got the profit here. Okay. And again, we have the models which we have done in our grade 4 and grade 5 both. Okay. So using this model also, we can see selling price. This is the selling price and this is CP and this one is the difference here. Okay. So SP is 450 in our case, CP is 360 in this case, and finding out the difference is 450 minus 363, which is 87. And if we add this two, we will get this. And we know this, right? Now, the same formula, SP is greater than CP. So that is a profit scenario. And the difference will give us the amount of profit, that how much profit we have got in this thing. Okay. Now, the second scenario is of loss. So one cushion cover was slightly damaged. So there was one cushion with Preeti which was slightly damaged. So what she did, she sold it for around 300. Okay. So in the second scenario, the cost price is same because it was costing her the same price to make the cushion, 363. But the selling price, she sold it for rupees 300. Now in the second example, the selling price is 300. So we can see here that the selling price, which is 300, it is less than 363, means our cost price is greater than selling price. So what does that mean? That means we are at loss. So Preeti is at loss in this scenario. And to find out the amount of loss, what we have to do is we have to find the difference. So SP minus CP will give us the difference, which is 63 in this case. Okay. So the same thing has been written. If the cost price is greater than the selling price, so it is a loss scenario. Okay. And if the cost price is smaller or selling price is greater, both are same thing, then the difference will give us the profit here. So this is the second case. Now kids, we have one more case here where we will learn about the overhead or the extra charges which we spend along with the cost price to make or maintain anything. So let us go through it. Sometimes the price of an object increases due to other expenses like transportation, shop rent, salaries, and so on. These are called as overheads and they are added to the cost price. Okay, so let us understand this overhead with this example. When somebody outside her city buys the cushion cover, then Preeti, she spends rupees 75 on packing and postal charges. So till now we have done this concept when she was selling the things in the local city. Now if somebody orders the cushion outside the city, then she will have to spend some money on the packing of that thing to and postal charges, so that it should get delivered to the another city. So the amount she is spending on that is rupees 75. So her cost price was rupees 363, which we have seen here, and the additional price which she is spending for delivery in the another city is rupees 75 here. Okay, and this is the total price. So this cushion is costing Preeti rupees 438 in this scenario. Okay, and these additional charges, this rupees 75, it is called as overhead. This price is called as overhead. That is the extra charges which she is spending on this, and this price is always added to the cost price, because this is always, it is always associated with the maintenance or packing of the product, of the thing. Okay, so in this case scenario, the total cost price was 438. Okay, and the selling price in this case has given us 500. So 438 is the cost price, and the selling price, I'm writing here, they have not written. So SP in this case is rupees 500. Okay, so SP is 500, CP is 438. That means the selling price is more than the cost price. So that means Preeti is making a profit. Okay, she is making a profit, and the amount of profit is the difference between the selling price and cost price. So which is rupees 62 here. So 62 is the difference, which is profit in this case. Why profit? Because selling price is greater than the cost price here. Okay, kids. So this was the concept of selling price, cost price, profit and losses, and the overhead, which is always added to the cost price. And in the next class, we are going to do the exercise of this concept, that is exercise 2B. So kids, I will see you in the next class now.